Yo, what's up, fam? It's your boy G-Streezy here, and we are back with another video. So today, yeah, as you can tell by the thumbnail, guys, I just completely over the console. I did say I was going to rock my PlayStation for a good while, and that didn't age well. The reason why is just, I don't know, man. I just can't. I don't know. As much as I want to hold on to my PlayStation, man, I think I'm just completely over the consoles, and that's why I'm making this video. And disclaimer, I'm not here to, take a dump on consoles or anything. I enjoyed consoles for a very long time, man. But I think it's just as the older I've gotten, I've grew out of things. I'm getting more into other things, and it's made for certain people. It's just not made for me. So yeah, I literally told you guys in like the last video when I was talking about the coming out of retirement for Fallout 76. I'll actually play a clip here in a minute. That I wasn't going to get rid of my PlayStation or anything, and I was going to rock it for a long time. I will rock my PlayStation 5 for a good long time. I don't plan on selling it or, just getting rid of it. I'm just not going to I'm not just going to stop what I'm doing and go buy the PlayStation 6 when it drops, man. So yeah, it didn't age very well. I do apologize for that, but I don't know, man. That's why I'm here to make this video. Top 10 reasons I just switched to PC full time. I had a friend at work. He just said, hey man, I heard you were selling your, or getting out of PlayStation, eventually. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about it, man. I'll give you, so and so dollars right now. I'll buy it today. I'm like, okay. So couldn't turn down the opportunity, guys. So just already sold all my hardware on eBay, and besides, the PlayStation 5, sold it to a friend of mine. But yeah, I took the capture cards and I just took everything, man. All the games I had, controllers, everything. Just sold it on eBay. And PlayStation 5 sold to a friend of mine, and it's an end of an era for me. So it's just one of them things, man. It's just, like I said, I just grew out of it. I think I'm just completely done with the console side of things. Especially the way the market is going and stuff. There's just absolutely no reason for me to own a console at this point. And I'm going to give you top 10 reasons why. So before we get started, guys, hopefully you guys enjoy this kind of stuff. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into the top 10 reasons, guys. So for number one, this is one of the biggest reasons I am switching to PC. And this is kind of ironic because this kind of goes hand in hand. But number one is the price and online subscriptions. So obviously we all know that the price on the consoles are going to be cheaper initially. We all know that. It's about what, $500-600 for a PlayStation 5 and Xbox. I think Xbox like $700 or $650 now. They keep going up on the price on those things, but yeah, we all know PC is going to cost more because you have to buy the actual tower itself. You have to buy the monitor, the keyboard, the mouse, and all this other stuff. Of course, I have a laptop, so I already have all that stuff, built-in cameras and stuff, but that does cost more with less performance and because of, portability and all that stuff. But that's another video. But yeah, we know the price is going to be, significant. But you also have to realize too, a PC is an all-in-one machine. It doesn't just play games and watch Netflix. So I'm able to record this video on a computer. Like I always told myself, well, I make videos anyway, and I want better quality content, so why not just take everything I have and move it over to PC? So that's what I did. And the online subscriptions, man, I hate it. I can't stand it, man. Ever since I've been on PlayStation, ever since the very first PlayStation, man, and just the fact that we have to pay just to play online, it's stupid, and you lose access to a lot of things if you just stop paying that online subscription. So that's one thing I cannot stand. They introduced this with the PlayStation 4. The PS3 did not have this. PS Plus was completely optional, and I played hours of Battlefield 3 online. So yeah, it's one of them things. Like PC is absolutely free to play online, and people can argue the fact, well, y'all got hackers on PC. I'm like, it depends on the game, man. I've been playing online for the last 3 or 4 months now, and I have not experienced any hackers or cheaters as of right now. Again, it goes by the developer in the game you're playing. Fallout 76, obviously, you guys know I'm back on that game. Same community it was on the PlayStation. everybody's really cool, laid back. Nobody starts anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it depends on the game, man. So that's not necessarily true with the cheating, the hacking. And yes, PC is an open platform. You're not locked into anything. You have a lot of freedom. You have a lot of options. So that's one of the main reasons. But yeah, man, that's the biggest reason for me is the online subscriptions. I cannot stand it. And like I said, I will lose access to everything if you just stop paying that $80. And even when you go back to classic games, man, you got to pay like $200 or something. It's ridiculous. So that's the biggest thing for me. Before we get into number 2, guys, I forgot to mention this. In the short term, yes, PC is going to cost more, but in the long term, PlayStation is going to cost more. The reason I say that is because PC, yeah, you spend more on hardware, but over time it's going to be cheaper. The games are cheaper. Just the software in general. All the software basically on PC is either free or very cheap. PlayStation and Xbox, they know this. They are willing to take a loss in the hardware department because they know they can make all that money back through subscriptions and games. So when you guys are paying $70 for games, PC guys are only paying like 20 or like 90% off of games. The games are ridiculously cheap. If you guys don't believe me, I can make a video on it and actually just go through Steam and all these other storefronts and actually prove it to you if you don't believe me. Just go online, man. You could see it for yourself. So, yeah. So, for number 2, we have freedom. So, what I mean by this is you have a lot more freedom, a lot more options on PC compared to console. So, as you guys know, once upon a time I started a YouTube channel called G-Streezy. And, you know, when I first started, I could use Share Factory, which is a very good starting tool for most, you know, if you're just starting out doing YouTube or Twitch or whatever, Share Factory is a really good way to start off if you're on PlayStation. Now, I got to give it to PlayStation. I really appreciate that because Xbox, I think they had something called Upload Studio. They had it for a little bit, but I think somebody said they shut it down or something, but PlayStation is still supporting the Share Factory app. So if you're getting into YouTube, that it is a good, you know, good start for a person that's getting started with it. But the problem I have with it is a lot of that stuff is very restrictive. You can't record like your dashboard, trophies. I don't know. It's very restrictive in a lot of ways, but again, it's their software. You have to go by the rules. But it's in that case, it's very restrictive. Even with most of their hardware, even with like controllers and stuff. Obviously, you have to have a PlayStation 5 controller, PlayStation 4 controller. You have to use their camera, that PS HD camera, and they don't even make the thing anymore. So if you want that, you're just out of luck. You'll just have to find it used on eBay or something. Headsets. I think you can use third-party headsets, but the wireless Bluetooth ones, I don't think you can. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I've tried it before, and it just simply does not work on PlayStation. Again, I could be wrong. But yeah, man, it's freedom, man. You have a lot more freedom on PC. Again, it is an open platform. Yeah, man. And one thing I just love about PC, that controller I just unboxed for you guys just a few weeks ago, guys, that controller was $20 at Walmart. $20, man. It's got RGB lights in it and everything. Came with a dock, everything. And that runs flawlessly on my PC. Even with the little JBL or JLab earbuds I have. Perfectly fine. $15 at Walmart, man. Works totally fine on my PC. So anything you buy for your PC, man, 9 times out of 10 it's going to work. You could buy the cheapest keyboard on the planet and it'll work on your PC, man. That's one of them things, like you're not locked into anything. They give you freedom to do whatever you want to buy. You don't have to go out here and keep up with the Joneses. I know I don't. I'm not going to come out here and spend $5,000-$6,000 on a computer. I'm just, me personally, I'm not going to do that. I don't mind paying maybe $2,000, and this will be like way later in the future, guys. But like PC, it's your platform, man. Play how you want it and spend as much money as you want with it. That's the beauty with PC, man. It's like some people you got some people spending $5,000. You got some people only spending $700. It just depends on what you want or what you want out of your PC. So that's just the freedom I absolutely love with PC, man. So yeah. All right, guys. Before we hit number 3 here, I'm just going to let you guys know this is basically just I'm comparing PlayStation to Steam when it comes to storefronts. So yeah. With that being said, we have number 3. The refund policy. This is a huge one. Steam has to by far have the best refund policy I've ever seen. They give you 3 hours. Excuse me. It could be 2. It's 2 or 3 hours. I'm not sure. You could download the game and play it, and as long as you're within that 2 or 3 hour window, you can refund it back. No questions asked, man. I don't think any other company does that. And then you also have 30 days after you purchase it if you haven't played it yet. You can also, you can also do it. I just feel like, man, more companies need to do this. I think Steam has to be the most user-friendly storefront I've ever seen. I just love the features. And I may do a video on that, like a lot of you guys that are my friends on console. I will actually probably do a just complete overlook on Steam and show you guys the ins and outs and everything that you could do in it. I'm telling you, man, you're going to be shockingly surprised, because I was, man. When I first got this laptop, dude, I did not expect Steam to blow me away like that. But I could see why most PC guys just prefer Steam, man. But yeah, the refund policy on PlayStation is absolutely atrocious, man. I think they do give you 14 days after you purchased it. But if you download it, guess what? You're no longer eligible. That's crazy, man. As soon as that thing hits 1% downloaded, you're completely disqualified. That is ridiculous to me. This is why a lot of times I do physical media, because of that reason. I could just turn around and sell it back to eBay or whatever, man. But to me, that's insane. But yeah, the refund policy on PlayStation in particular is just absolutely atrocious. So yeah, don't miss that. All right, guys, we cannot talk about PC without mods. For number 4, we have mods. This is a game changer. Now, PlayStation and Xbox do have mods, but I can't speak on Xbox's behalf, but I think they're a little bit better than PlayStation. For the longest time, PlayStation didn't even allow mods. And then when they did introduce it, all it was glorified cheat codes, man. That's all it was. But, man, when I switched over to PC, man, the mod community itself is just, it's a beast within its own, man. You can completely change the entire game. There's this mod on Fallout 4. I'm going to go back and buy Fallout 4, man, because it's one of my favorite games of all time. But there is a mod on here where they changed the entire game called Fallout London. They completely changed the entire game. Like, it's insane how talented a lot of these modders are. And these are years of, people developing this stuff, man. So kudos to these modders, man. Some of these modders actually do a better job than the developers themselves. So it's like, and it's free. You don't have to pay a thing. I think you could donate to some of these, but yeah, the mods itself. I play a lot of mods on the games I do have now. Fallout 76, the game that I'm playing right now, I actually do have mods on it. I got a couple quality of life updates and some texture stuff, and I think it's a couple other things. I can't remember what they are, but I got about 4 or 5 mods installed in the game now. But it's like, and this is online game, and that's crazy they even allow this stuff. Of course, you can't put in mods that how you have advantages over people and stuff. This is more like just cosmetics and that quality of life, them type of mods. You can install those, no problem. They usually allow that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, the mods themselves is just it's a game changer. That's one of the main reasons too I'm switching to PC, man. It's just, but the downside with mods, you have to be careful, because sometimes they can break your game, and sometimes they don't get break your game is what I mean. It's like it'll crash, and you got to find out which mod it is, then you got to uninstall it. That's the only bad thing with that kind of stuff. You just got to find out what's messing your game up, and you got to fix it. So It's got its good and bad. It's not, it's not all peaches and rainbows over on PC, but it's tolerable for me. So yeah, mods, man, awesome. All right, guys, we can't talk about PC without this one either. Graphics and performance. So for number 5, obviously, guys, PC's always going to be the king of this. Again, I've been a console player for a very long time. I used to, talk trash and stuff. But after getting into PC and just seeing how much of a difference my games look and just how they perform, man. I am currently running a 1440 with 144 frame rate on my monitor. And it's blowing me away, man, because I don't even think my PlayStation could put this stuff out. I think my PlayStation could put out 120, I think, at the most. But I don't even think my monitor supported 2.1, so it didn't even... I don't even think I was pushing out the full performance. But when I went and bought a display port, man, game changer, man. So I'm running at 144 frames on my monitor and laptop, man. That's crazy. And graphically, man, my laptop actually outperforms my PlayStation 5, man. That's crazy. And I only paid like $585 for it, which it does, what, $85 more? But still, man, as small as this thing is, it's outperforming my PlayStation, no problem. I'm actually playing on ultra settings. You probably can't tell from the video, man. Like, for some reason, YouTube, you just can't see its full potential on YouTube. But, man, it's just, I'm able to look at games in a completely different aspect than I could on PlayStation. Of course, you can have performance issues on PC because there's a lot more configurations on PC outside of PlayStation, because all you can do on PlayStation, obviously, is just, the fidelity or the performance. That's the only 2 modes you got. But with PC, man, you got all the options to turn your shaders up, your shadow quality, your textures. You got all the stuff you can mess with. And, if you're having hiccups with your performance and stuff, you just go in there and tweak your settings, and then it'll run smooth. I found this out a while back, and yeah, man, it's just, again, it goes back to the options with the freedom, man. Like, you could change all these settings, and it doesn't limit you at all. So, yeah, PC is king when it comes to graphics and performance. It always will be. It'll always be miles ahead of the competition. So for these next 2, they're going to be very similar, but so I'm going to try to keep them kind of short. For number 6, we have customization. Again, this goes back to the freedom of PC, man. Like, the way people can customize their PCs, man, is just ridiculous. I will actually show you some pictures right here on the screen right now. Yeah, these are just photos of, different builds and stuff, and everybody's build is different, man. That's the beauty of it, man. It's like, it's the culture behind it, man. It ain't just about games to us. It's more of like, man, what are you running? Like, it's kind of like a cool custom car that you've been working on for years, and it's like, and you just want to show it off and talk to your friends about it, man. It's just, the culture on PC is just different, man. Again, it's a hobby within a hobby, and then you got people that build their own PCs, and that's the fun of it, though, man. Like I said, and that's something I want to get into eventually. I want to, like, do builds and stuff on this channel eventually, when I get to that point. It could be a couple years, or could be 5 or 10 years from now. I don't know, man, but that's something I really would like to get into. But yeah, just the customization, man, is just ridiculous. Putting RGB lights in your stuff, and that's what I've been getting into. I've been getting a lot of this RGB stuff with the controller and the mouse and all this other stuff, man. So my room looks like a nightclub when you come in here. It's crazy, man. I love it, though. So yeah. All right, guys, we're getting close to the end here, but for number 7, guys, we have the upgrades. Now, this is where I kind of go back and forth with a lot of people, especially on console. They talk about the price of stuff, but a lot of times when I talk to people, it's like, okay, so you buy a console, okay, you're stuck with it for 6 or 7 years, correct? Correct. So it's about $500-600. With PC, you can, right now, okay, I got a laptop, I can only upgrade the RAM and SSD, obviously. I've already done that. So if you go buy an actual desktop computer and spend $1,200, $1,300. Yes, it does cost a lot initially, but as time goes on, the great thing about PC is we can switch out components instead of buying a whole new PC. So that's where a lot of the confusion is, and that's where a lot of people don't realize is if a PC, if we feel like it's outdated or it just slows down, we just swap out the components. We don't have to go buy a brand new PC. That's an awesome thing about it. Now take it a graphics card. Some of these graphics cards can cost just as much as a console too, so you do have that, but 9 times out of 10, like, that's going to be the most expensive part. Everything else isn't going to be that bad. Well, with the RAM shortages, the RAM obviously is going to cost more than a graphics card now, which is insane. But I mean, in the normal world, if you go back to 2019 or whatever, but of course that'll never happen. But yeah, it's cool, man, because you could just swap out components if you feel like it's outdated or slowing down your computer or whatever. Yeah, but again, this all goes back to the choices and freedom that PC has. Like, if it works for you, just keep rocking what you got, man. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go upgrade until I feel like I need it. Like, I don't really play a lot of AAA titles much anymore. I'm actually going back and playing a lot of older stuff. So, but yeah, we're going to get to the games here in a minute. But yeah, man, upgrades. Like, we can actually upgrade components. We don't have to buy a whole new system. So that's the biggest thing too with PC. All right, guys. So we can't talk about PC or console or any type of gaming system without the games. So the games, man. Just looked it up on Google. And yeah, you guys can check it out for yourself. It's literally right there on Google AI, that Gemini thing. But yeah, man. Steam has 120,000 games alone. That is absurd, man. 120,000, man. I think consoles, like, all together, they got like 12,000, and that's every console combined. Think about that. 12,000 compared to 120,000. Like, that's absurd, man. So that is another reason, man, because as you guys know, I've talked about how this generation of consoles have just been a major letdown for me, particularly the PS5. And people's like, yeah, the exclusives, they're crap, man. To me, they are, man. It's like, I'm not in the Horizon series, I'm not in the God of War series. I could never get into those type of games. Spider-Man I enjoyed pretty good, but after that first one, man, it just felt like a DLC. Ghost of Yotei, I played a little bit of it. I don't know, man. It just didn't hit like the first one. It's pretty good, but I don't know, man. It's just this generation of games to me. Like, again, that's just me personally. It's just a personal thing. It just the PlayStation 5 just hasn't done it for me, and just the fact that most of the games I did play that I actually enjoyed were third party. Yeah, I don't know. I just paid $70-$80 for Battlefield 6. Couldn't even get into that one. So obviously it's not really nobody's fault. It's just the way I chose games and stuff. But yeah, man, it's just the amount of games on Steam is insane. And like I said before, I'm over here waiting on GTA. So I'm waiting for one game on PlayStation 5 when I have a whole ridiculous, a huge amount of games I could be playing on PC right now. So yeah, there's no comparison, man, compared to PC to console. It's just it's a blowout. So yeah. So for number 9, as you can see right here, storefronts. I apologize in advance. I did not mean for this video to be this long. This is probably the last video I make in 6 months, but but no. Number 9, we have storefronts, guys, and this is a big one. So obviously PlayStation has PlayStation Store. That's it. You have no... And it really goes back to freedom again. All this stuff always goes back to freedom and options. So you're locked behind everything on PlayStation, which could be a good thing or bad thing depending on how you look at it. PC, we have so many storefronts, man. You have Steam, you have GOG, you have EA, you got even these other companies got their own launchers and storefronts. You got Bethesda, you got Battle.net with Blizzard. and it's just crazy, and they're all fighting for your money. So that's why I think games can be so entirely cheap on PC, because they have so much competition. PlayStation has no competition, and that's the problem. Nintendo doesn't either. That's why they can charge you guys whatever they want, how much they want. Xbox basically came out and said, like, they're out of the console market. They're more of a publisher, and Xbox is going more of a service route, whatever that means. It's not going to be a console, really. It's just going to be a service. So, yeah, no competition means bad for the consumer. It's the same way with Grand Theft Auto. The game has no competition, so they could charge people whatever they want and just paywall whatever they want. So competition is good for the consumers, but yeah, the amount of storefronts we have on PC is just absolutely absurd as well. That's why our games are so cheap, man, because everybody's fighting for our money. So Steam obviously is my go-to platform. As always, guys, you can go check me out. That link will always be in the description. I'm also on Epic Games and some other stuff. But yeah, man, just the storefronts. We got a lot more options over there. So, all right, guys, we're finally at the end. Number 10, we have backwards compatibility. This is a huge one for PC. Again, 120,000 games, man. Absolutely crazy. Xbox does have backwards compatibility, a lot better than PlayStation did. And PlayStation actually had very good backwards compatibility once upon a time. I think PlayStation 3, you could actually play PS1 and PS2 games at the time, plus the PS3 games. So, and for some guys, this may not matter to some people, but this, again, this is one of the reasons I went to PC, because it's like I never got a chance to play certain games because it's like time went by so fast, and then PlayStation basically tells you, hey, we're not going to support this game anymore, and, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, some people say, well, just go back and buy a PS2. I don't want to buy a PS2. I want updated graphics. I want mods. You know, I want stuff, you know, more modern, but, you know, the backwards compatibility stuff too. And PC offers all that. So you got Steam achievements on certain games and everything. So you can go back. I can literally go back and play the entire Splinter Cell series on PC, and it'll run flawlessly on modern computers. I can play it on my controller. I can play it with keyboard and mouse. I could do whatever, man. And again, it's crazy. Even with Fallout. Fallout, I never played any of the other Fallout games besides Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. So that gives me the freedom to go back and play every last one of them. They have every single Fallout on PC. They got 1, 2, Vegas, some Brotherhood Tactics I never even heard of. They got the Vegas one. I don't care for the Vegas one. I played that one, didn't care for it. But yeah, man, they have all these options, man, and I could go back and just have a ball with it. So yeah, when consoles do have backwards compatibility, guys, it is very limited. Again, PC just absolutely destroys the competition in this regard. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the video. I appreciate you guys sitting through it this long. I do apologize. I did not mean for this video to be this long, but it's just a lot of things I wanted to talk to you guys about, and well, I just decided to make the full switch, man. Again, you guys are not going to see me on console anymore. I've already shut down my PlayStation Network account, so you won't even find me on there anymore. Just decided to go full-time PC, and that's where I'm going, man, and I don't plan on looking back. And the only regret I have with PC is I did not do this sooner. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and yeah, guys, I love you all, and we'll see you in the next one. God bless. Take care. Peace.